Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to the show. Victory Amps have sent me out the V1 Kraken pedal just to check out and try out and give an honest run through of how it goes and entertain you guys at the same time. So look, I haven't actually even taken it out of the box or even had a look at it. I like to save these for the video. I know it just emulates its big brother, the whole Kraken amp, which is meant to be a monster. I've never heard one. I don't know anything about the range, but it's all exciting all the same. We'll just get into it and check it out. Kraken sticker. What's this? Victory badge, that's pretty cool. And then the actual Kraken pedal. It's pretty badass looking, isn't it? Feels really solid in the hands. It's got solid construction. Dials feel beautiful. Button switch. Let's plug it in and check it out. So I've got the Kraken routed straight into the effects loop return of the Marshall DSL-20. It's not using any clean channel or going into an input of anything. I really just don't want any color affecting the tone. I just want to hear the preamp exactly for what it is. So, and by using your amp just as a power amp and you're bypassing the whole preamp section, you actually do forfeit all your controls and all the EQ, the volume, the gain, everything except what's downstream of the preamp. And in this case on the DSL, it's the reverb, the resonance and the presence. And that's all you get to adjust with this. But I've got them all fairly neutral just for a basic tone. And I nearly forgot, for outputting the signal, we're going through the 2-notes Torpedo Captor X, where I'm using the Dave Mustaine cab, the 412 with the V30s. And that's got a single SM57 pushed up to it. There's presets, but that's everything going on with the tone. This is my Charvel SoCal. Let's see what it does. This is the raw tone. I'll just kick it in, put everything at 12 o'clock to start with. And I'll just feed in the volume. That's a pretty heavy tone right there. I really like that blue light, the whole crystal. It's pretty majestic. Like, it's got a cool look about it. It's that whole mythical sort of creature that ends everything. It's a brutal sort of distortion, but I'll just tweak the EQ a little and see what we can get. And that's got that really sort of punchy, heavy hitting sort of vibe about it with those chugs. It's not really fatiguing on your ears with those frequencies. It's just really heavy. so cool. I got a bit carried away. I'll just try a different guitar now for different tunings and just see what comes out of it. I've just swapped over to the Jackson KVX with Duncan distortions in it. It's down in D standard tuning. I just thought some of the frequencies in there were perfect for some of those Chuck Schuldiner riffs. And that really is punchy. It's a little bit different than what I was expecting, but that's really cool. It's got a really defined hard attack on it. It's something I think Scott Ian, like an Anthrax, like a modern Anthrax tone. I think that's exactly the sort of tone I'd guess he'd be using. It just hits really hard. I got to try it in E standard. I just want to try some of those Anthrax riffs. Just had to try this in E standard, the RR5 JB pickup. That's so cool. I really wish I brushed up on some Anthrax riffs for this. I was sort of thinking it might have been in the Slayer sort of ballpark. Maybe I didn't know, but I should have done Anthrax. And that's really cool. That's got that really sort of focused modern take of the old JCM 800, that big front end that just really hits you hard. And going through the DSL, that's really not an amp that tends to have that sort of bump behind it. So it'd be interesting just to try this behind different amps and just see how different power amps really seem to focus that. But I think it's perfect for a lot of that 80s thrash, like a... I love the way that E string really hits. It's like it breaks up a little bit. There's not a lot of noise going on. This is all the noise that you can hear right now, but I love that sort of sound. I can see what they're going for there. It's just really hard hitting. Those riffs are they're really robust up front. That whole I love it. That's a perfect tone for like the whole She-Wolf. That was pretty much bang on. I think those Megadeth, those intricate tight riffs, you can hear every note, but they're heavy. They've got weight to them. And I think if I had pulled this out of the box sooner and actually played around with it, I would have worked out. It's perfect for those sort of Megadeth riffs, like the cryptic writing, System Has Failed, that whole era of Megadeth. It just does it perfectly. Like, Dave had great tone on those albums. Everything was just really clean and clear and punchy, and the Scorpion, like that whole riff. And I think that just hits home perfectly. I'll just dial up the gain and just see exactly how. The gain's usable on full. We'll just see how it works on minimum gain. That is one super versatile pedal. It does the whole 80s thrash perfectly when you wind the gain back. I think just around lunchtime with that gain and just set the controls to suit, and you've just got that perfect hard hitting Anthrax Megadeth. I really like it. I think it's just super cool. So I guess there you go, guys. That's the Victory V1 Kraken in a pedal, and it's absolutely killer. There's links in the description, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.